Hi Diane, what's going on, Brett? I am attempting to make a pattern in this cane. So what I'm trying to do is intentionally distribute that heat so we can get it to follow what I'd like it to follow. Let's give it a shot. Kinda did it. We'll see how much sandpaper also affects this. See if we can correct anything if we have to. Working on this cane. some of the fire will allow for and make some waterproofing, but ultimately, most of what I'm doing here is for design. I like the contrast of the slightly charred wood versus the carved. Interior. This is a little delicate way. That is what we want. So just to add a little bit of interest, a little bit of break between this monotony going on up here, and some balance going down into the base of the shaft. I appreciate that, Subscribe. I appreciate that, Mary. How you doing tonight? What's up, Thomas? Yes, I am gonna seal it up. Uncle is playing with fire. Yes, I'm gonna seal it. But I also gotta do something with the head of this thing. And I think I have decided that I'm going to put a die onto the head. I don't know, what do y'all think? So far we got this kind of texture down here. This feels like fur, it looks like fur. And then we've got this hand carved. And put a couple brass ferrules in there just to keep it cute. These two are actually functional, they help hold the head onto that cane. Haven't decided on the finish yet. That ass won't crack shit. Making a cane. Stroking this cane a little too much. How else should I hold it? How else should I hold the cane? It's like, it's got this handle, and then it's got this part. And if either one of those two things makes you think about something you don't want to think about, then that might be an internal thing that you think about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not over here being Mason Cameron and every word I say and every action I do has to make you feel comfortable in your masculinity. Ivan, I don't know if I've ever done that. I don't know if I've ever done that, bro. Anyway, let me get back to building this thing. And please, please, please don't get offended by me in the chat. I'm just here to pass the time. Sometimes a little fruit talking goes past the time. So if I just redefine these little interior parts, I'm going to make sure that I can keep good contrast between the two. Oh man, I'm sorry, I didn't even have a camera in the right place. That's my bad, y'all. Don't run out on me. It's my fault. I apologize. If you accept my apology, hit the like. If you don't, I'll keep working for it. But let me know when you do, when I've earned it. I apologize for my nephew coming in here telling cane jokes. That's his. Yeah, but for me, I like to imagine myself as a hippo. I don't know what's up with these comments. I was here to see some crafts. Better try again. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. We're here working our cane. and making euphemisms. Look at what he's doing, guys. He's doing stuff the dude shouldn't do. You weirdos. I love it though. That's what you get for getting on the internet all late at night. Making spaghetti. Okay, that sounds delicious. I'm good. I'm just working on this cane. What side of the country you on? Why you still up? What's going on? Couldn't sleep? What about the rest of y'all? I'm just gonna rely on the goodness of y'all to hit the likes on this screen. I can't even see if it's up or how many people are in here, because I can only read the comments on my computer screen, and it doesn't show it. So just letting you know, if I don't be screaming like, yo, these likes is crazy, it's not because I don't love and care for you all. The day's been good. I tell y'all what's crazy, right? Y'all know Laverne, my green Chevy. Shirley is the black one. And Laverne has gone through 3 water pumps in the last year. Now, I might suck at putting them on or something. I don't know. But all week, parts are shipping in, coming back, shipping in, coming back, I have to wait, blah, blah, blah. One bolt I had to wait 3 days for, right? It's crazy. From Los Angeles, California, and hi from Tibet. What's up, Deborah Black? Hi. Rodrigo Armenta. Listen, y'all, I can speak with a great Spanish accent, but I don't know any Spanish. So, if I pronounce your name properly, don't take it as a cue to then engage me in your native tongue. I am as dumb as the rest of the Americans. Alright. Happy 4th of July. They've been doing firecrackers in my neighborhood for a week. Like somebody got it and just could not handle it. They just like, I gotta set them off, yo. So I get it. That's what's up. Thank you for you're a suspenders man. Or have I always been a suspenders man? A little bit. I don't know. I've just never, I just try to get in the background fashion-wise, you know what I'm saying? And then I see something that I like. I'm more of a functional person, and this is so functional. Like, I don't like belts around my waist. You'll never see me with a tool belt. I don't like them on my waist. It agitates me. Mad comfortable. Mad comfortable. You are never worrying if you bend down or something. You know what I'm saying? Need somebody square up. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to do that. I can just square up. Happy Independence Day for you, Eastern Standard Time. Yes, sir. Happy Independence Day. God bless the USA. No craftsman crack. I'm telling you. When I started doing plumbing, I was like, listen, man, I got to be more sophisticated than this. KD, shout out to you for R.I.P. and Bob Ross. I take a moment and toast it up, but I don't even have a beverage down here right now. It's criminal. Forefathers wrote the Constitution up, and I can't even have beverage in my cup? Nonsense. Might as well be 1673. Thanks for the likes up there. But I'm telling you the truth, I am gonna put something in my cup, yo. Like I need a refreshing agua. It was Canada Day in Canada. What was that, Monday? I believe it was Monday. Let me know in the chat if you know. I do get quite a bit of Canadian traffic coming through. But yeah, I've always been a little bit off the beaten path, but things that are comfortable for me work out. These hats are mad comfortable for me. You know, the interesting thing really that's the functional part of these hats. Like, I've worn other like caps and stuff like that, baseball cap. They have that little ball on the top, right? But I'm a contractor, right? Gin and tonic, Wisconsin. I hear you, bro. So, because I don't have hair, right? When I am carrying something like drywall, something like plywood, right, overhead, and I work alone a lot. And like, say I got sheetrock on my up in the air, right? I walk and get to the door. I gotta set it on my head and hold it in my arm, open the door, push it open, turn the drywall off, right? But that's friction on the top of my head. This prevents that. This is the functional part of why I wear one of these. It prevents that. And I'm a little bit, you know, borderline anemic, so keeps me warm. Sparkling ice in Idaho. What's good, Pond, my dude? Yeah. Yeah. Sparkling ice, Idaho, Pelado. I love Pelado, man. He's a family guy. I like that. And he's a nice guy. Y'all should check him out. He's got a whole series with his wife going right now on the shorts. And you're brand now. Every time I think of Wes, I think of the yellow cap, baby. The Curious George, the man in the yellow hat. That'd be me. Ozara O'Day. Yo. Wonderful musician, wonderful performer. This queen has been setting stages on fire all over the East Coast and the South since I've been in Atlanta. Since I have kids in Atlanta anyway. Wow, that's my sister. That's what's good. So what else y'all up to? What you drinking on tonight, Ozara? Thank you, Pine, for putting that in the chat for us. Good business. If y'all want to go check out Palado's channel, you can click it. He's got a great looking shop. Mine's a little disorganized, but I am going to be putting together one of the little long form videos, whatever. Let me ask y'all a question real quick. On a long form video, and when I say long form, for me, it's like less than 10 minutes, like less than 10 minutes. So if I am doing a less than 10-minute video, do you want to see it like this or like that, sideways, right? I don't know, because now you can do it either way. And I think this is maybe how a lot of people watch me on the phone. Ice cold water is hot in H-Town. H-Town? Stand up. Yeah. I'm too kind. I did clean up the workbench on a live video recently. Listen, when I see this guy's like a master with a router. You don't see too many people who can just freehand with a full-size router. Like, the muscle control to be able to do that is amazing. I am terrified of routers. I don't mind spinning saws. I don't mind circular saws. I don't mind grinders. I am nervous every time I'm on my router table. And every time I finish something and flip the button and turn it off, I'm like, woo! And I built countless kitchens and cabinets. And it's wild. But anyways, real quick, I am going to go grab me some water. Because it is. Can I drop a few bars for us? Who do you think I am? You're mistaking me for somebody. DMX passed away years ago. I just look like I smoke. I don't really do it. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Alright, I'll be right back. Yeah. I'm back. Alright. I'm probably not you smart enough nervous to be router. What up, William? Shout outs to yous. Elegance was looking for you, Pilato. You really can't rap. A rapper build a handyman fixture of things. Uh-oh, did I do something wrong? Safely. Whew. The handyman is a tough title to carry, I tell you. I've been trying not to be a snob, you know what I mean? I don't, you know. I don't know. Oh, he was catching up on me live. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Cannot rap. I MC. I move crowds. So anyway, I think I am going to make some canes, and I think I'm just going to say, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking when I say something. I am never serious when I'm handling somebody. I'm never serious. I'm the most free williest dude there is. I believe in it. How y'all think the charring came out on the back end of that cane? Is that cool? Originally, I called this the diamondback pattern, right? And then I named it this cane that. And then I thought I should do a snake rattle pattern. I don't know if it came off or not, but I do like the texture of it. And then I wanted them to have kind of a grip, right? Because I know the dude I'm getting this for, right? And I would, like, this is a lightweight cane, but this is fantastic grip right here, right down here in the middle, just in case you're walking, somebody come up with a dog. This is pine, but it's pine, you know what I mean? But it can be decorative too, right? There's a little brass insert, but I can, sometimes with stuff that I design on the fly, like this thing, I don't know when I'm done with it. Pilato says, I was thinking about doing a live tonight, but wasn't sure what I'd be doing, and then I saw Wes was already live. Oh, thank you. Excellent craftsmanship, says Ozara. I appreciate you. Looks good, brother. I like how it goes from lighter to darker. I think so too. I needed it to not be so stark a contrast. And I needed this not to look so yellow, right, by itself. And I think leaving some of this helped. And I like this little charring right here. I wish I was able to get a little bit more of that, but I got nervous. But it's always a little character when you can have some just differentials, right? Thanks, William. Thank you. I appreciate it. When I am working with clients and designing like a bathroom or kitchen space, there's two types of people I find. People who want consistent pattern, like they like tight grain, granite or something. And then there are people that like a lot of variation. I'm a lot of variation person. I'm a guy that gets excited about seeing things like this pop up here and there. But I also get the people who just like to see a nice, clean, repetitive, well done work. You know what I mean? And the brass just adds accent pieces to it. 18 hit the like out of 71. 18 is actually a lot for me. That's weird, but I really don't get a lot of the old like-a-roos. But it's okay. I think it's karma. I think before I started doing content, I would just watch stuff and flip through it. You know what I mean? I just keep going. I'd be like, oh, that was good. And then I go find another thing. And then I realized that when I started watching other channels who were like, hit the like button. And I'm like, why are you bugging me, dude? But then I realized later that monetization, if they're doing it often enough for you to see them often, it's probably accounting for some bill in that house. So I try to do it now. Open up the live on the computer because the phone won't let me click the link. Oh man. Trying to rebrand my channel, Wes. Ain't figuring out what's working. What works for you though? What do you like to do? Because you got a very capable shop and you're a super smart guy. What do you like to do? Because you seem like the kind of guy that could go live and talk and describe what you're doing, how you're doing it, that kind of thing. I'm not the greatest teacher, but I am good at showing what I'm doing. And I'm good on the fly. So, you know, when I get an idea or figure out how to do something or I come up with an idea, and often when the chat is in there giving me energy too, they'll give me good ideas. And then we can just have that, you know what I mean? William Shelp says, I just posted some pics of projects on my channel. Yeah, well, I'd love to see that too. If any of y'all want me to follow you, and I maybe don't, because when the lives go off, I don't always have access to get back into them right away, and I miss some of you. And if I haven't done that on any of my shorts anywhere, just pop in there and just be like, oh, here's my channel. I will check it. I will definitely follow you. I found some really good friends in here that same way, seeing them on other channels and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Does this cane feel complete without me doing anything else to the head up here, color-wise? What do you think? I mean, I still got to put polish on it, you know. I think I'm having a two series in the business side and the woodworking side and the company side will be a daily vlog style. This is what we were doing. Okay. How long you been doing it though? You and your wife have fantastic chemistry though. Like y'all on camera together is cute and interesting. Robert G. Listen, I am 100% like this is what I be thinking about with canes, right? With the old guys that I know, right? They're like old tradesmen, right? So just guys that 20 years ago were teaching me a trade, or 30 years ago were teaching me a trade, but now they're 70s, and right? So I want these canes to be kind of hardy, right? Because I think of not as much holding them up, but stylistically keeping them safe in these streets. You know what I'm saying? But what was wild is he saw one of my mentors who taught me brick masonry. Saw the cane I made for my father-in-law and was like, "Oh man, that's nice." Sure, like me one of those. And I was like, "Oh my god!" And I was so excited to be able to do it. And I started doing it with this one, and then I revisited this one. I think I like this one better because it's much lighter than oak. And this one still feels incomplete to me, design-wise. I still haven't hit a point where I'm like, yeah, this is perfect. This is it. You know what I mean? But I do like that it's got that hook on it because you can hang it up on stuff pretty good. Sean Trapp, yo, let's go, let's go. Sean Trapp is a musician. Sean Trapp is a songwriter and all-around good guy. You gotta see, man, yo, this is wild. Jay the Hunter, would a slimmer handle not be better? Meaning on this one right here? I love the South Park character. Thank you, Robert G. I painted that on a live. You can find it if you go back and look far enough. And then I did a short, doing it super fast speed or whatever. A slimmer handle on this. Sometimes I think people mistake my size on camera because I don't have big hands. I'm 5'4". I am, if you follow boxing, I'm the same size as Gervonta Davis, right? So this ain't that big. The guy I'm making it for is probably 6'1", and his hands probably reach down to about here where my finger is, but mine just don't, right? But even for my hands, ergonomically, this is great, right? Because it's hardy enough. Because one, this is pine. You don't want to get it too slim where you're concerned about it being strong, right? Two, I have to have this mortise and tenon joint in there. I don't want it too thin on either side. And I did reinforce it with these brass pins. But all in all, right, this is a way to hold it. Works great, right? This is a way to hold it. Works great. It's a little thicker than traditional, but I would say, once I'm an old dude, I would rather have this than that little skinny dinky thing. I mean, come on. My grandpa wasn't no punk. He didn't want no little dinky cane. Fine, I do everything. And he paints too, he's got skills. I didn't think about your size compared to it. Yeah, it just is. Yeah, everything except the handheld router. You're right, Pilato. I have never had a handheld router. I did have like a similar tool way back in the day when I was willing to put on laminate countertops, and there was a little trim tool, that just did that one thing. It just trimmed the edge of that router, that countertop. But I hated that thing. My girlfriend's grandpa used to carve canes. I see a couple that he did and had realistic snakes wrapping around them. They were works of art. Absolutely. You know how I got the idea and why I even want to do this? Last year, I got married, right? My wife and I, and we've known each other for 10 years, but last year we got married, right? And when we did, we got married here, and then we went to Thailand. Our mother's from Thailand. So we went to Thailand, and they had another traditional Thai wedding, right, as well. And after we did that, we toured the whole country, like for 3 weeks. And there was a guy there in one of the temples who was sitting on a giant slab of solid wood with his legs folded, with hand chisels and knives. And he was carving just the board that he was sitting on. And it was at least 20 feet long. It was at least 8 feet wide. And it was a solid piece of material. It was wood. And he was chopping on it. And he was doing scenery and branches that were wrapping around each other with space in between and under and interweaving and fruit and animals. And it was insane. And then I went into the temple, and he had done the same thing on every load-bearing post. These posts this big around, and they were intricately, delicately carved all the way through. He never drew anything. He just a chisel and a mallet. Everything is spectacular. I'm gonna see if I can find some of the footage and put it in a short. It's amazing. Tell me you brought back some Thai sticks, bro. No. Here was the thing about Thailand. This is a once in a lifetime trip, right? And we brought an extra large suitcase, empty, so that we could have enough just to bring back the gifts that the family was going to give us. And being able to bring back something like this would have been tough. But what happened is her uncle, who lives there in Thailand, who's an older guy, we stayed in their house for a couple of days while we were there. And we stayed in his office. And in his office, in the house, he's an architect, he had a bunch of really nice canes in a little corner, like as a little display. And I thought, man, if I get good enough to make a cane good enough, I'm going to send him a cane as a thank you for hosting us for those couple of days. So this is also practice, because I hope to get good at it. And as far as the art thing, I went to art school. That's how I got to Atlanta. I had intended on being a painter when I was a kid, or a sculptor or something. And I did this to go to art school, contract construction. And I got good at that, and then I really liked it, and I enjoyed it as much, and that's what I ended up doing. I had one job in one ad agency for a short while. I freelanced for a while. I've seen the tree carved in it. It was 666. That's how I found me. But I'm no fool. I know every time I look around in the mind's eye sees me too. Ugh. Split Fiend was rapping over here. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm still up. Man, I can't believe that I was over here getting this greetings from a fellow beginner. Word up. I appreciate that. Harry Habitat. Rehabitat Home Solutions. What do? Do you rehab houses? I made most of my money doing that. All 10 of my $3. It's 1:30 in the damn morning. It is, Mike, but I've been here all day, dude. I didn't, I worked on this truck for a couple hours. I gotta wait on another freaking part. Well, I got the part, but I can't get this thing off. I got nothing that's got enough torque to get the plug out of that thing. And I'm not doing a bunch of experiments on it because I can just take it back in the morning and get another one. So, had a lazy day. You can tell I'm a high-end guy. If I don't burn it off, it's, you know, wife's in trouble. You can put up with it. Meals. Ha ha ha. That's funny. What up, Kevin? So anyway, in the meantime, I've been doing some refi stuff on a property I've got. I wanted to take this show on the road and go do this house that I own and completely renovate it. Take my sons with me this summer so they can see the process, you know, see them do that, whatever. But then also take a little time off and do stuff on this house. My house is a fixer-upper in that it hasn't been remodeled in years. Kitchen has, but not much else. Mike, do you have plans made up for your benches? I've been jamming out all night playing the guitar on the live. Oh yeah? Mike, I didn't know you were plucking, brother. What kind of guitar was you playing, man? Both of my sons requested bass guitars this Christmas. They were wild. Yeah, wow. Anyway, do we think this is good enough? Mike, what's your input? Mike has always got some input. What is it, Mike? Give me some. You done now, you said? So look, Mike, we burnt this thing up some more. It brought out our texture some more. We're looking a little slickish. I do like it. Now I'm just thinking about maybe do we just go to a finish. You say you gotta put shit away. You sit down at the computer, dude. You come over there and arm wrestle Mike real quick. Answer me. He was drinking while he was playing. Me too. Good old hydrogen oxygen smoothie. So look, I do have one more thing to do today, right? Earlier today, we had to fix that little gap we had and put that little piece in and then did the sandpaper boat trick and it worked out good. We got to do it again right here just to get it, you know, right. And then we do a little bit of it right there, but when you're not right up on it, it's good. I think it's passable, you know what I'm saying? Shrinking and smoking. That was stinking and smoking. Yeah, I bet your ass wasn't no hydrogen or oxygen involved in none of that shit. Not shrinking, drinking. Mike, all I drink is water, brother. All I drink is water. And light incense. But sometimes people are afraid of fire, so I never light incense on camera. Right here. Y'all hit the light while y'all in here. I mean, you're in here. You're in here. Even if you leave the room, you gotta hit a button, right? Hit the like button. It's a fun little button. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate it. Do you feel like it's complete, though? I guess that's the question. Does it look like, do I need something else other than a good gloss finish and call it a done dealio? Should I even be asking that to the audience? Isn't it up to the artist? Isn't it? Isn't it? But I am going to fill that in though. Right there now. Right now. Immediately. Let's see the thickness of what I need. Give it enough. Oh, that might almost go. Get us a little sandpaper. Get over here. Trying to get sandpaper so that I can keep you happy, so that I can make you smile, baby. Behold the sandpaper trick. Walnut stain, coffee tint to accent the things dark, rich green. I love mine to be dark. I got you. Pine said if it was me rapping on the top handle part. Alright, hold on, let me do my magic trick. Get in there. I need it to be microfilm. What is Mike talking about? Is he in here cussing us out in the Queen's English? Mike is in here being disruptive. Isn't it? He's a bit of a rake, isn't it? It's old Mike. Always known to bring trouble. I'm gonna figure out how to get a good wedge out of this. So please don't hate on the boy. I know what it looks like. Watch it. Chill out. Watch out. Watch out, bruh. Look at that. Perfect. Well, I'm going to see it from here. Perfect. Oh. What did you miss for? Yeah. Always something extra to do. Lions is cool as heck, bro. I've been studying West. Jalen know I watch him all the time, broski. Studying me is an example of who not to be and what not to do. I respect it. You gotta know how not to fall down other people's rabbit holes. Smart thinking, young girl. Been off with a nonce of this clip you want to go on. Then out your knob, Berlin. I don't know what Mark is even talking about. What's going on here? This bit of a rake, isn't it? Hold on, I'll be right back. What I need is some patience. And some appreciation around here. Alright. Drove, I'm cleaning this. Now I'm about to shoulder lean in this. What? Pumping 15s in this. Green hustle team, the Kings getting rich. Alright. Now that we got our piece good enough. Golly, it ain't good enough. It's just not. I need to make it even narrower along the left side. And it's just going to take some sanding. And the way the handle trolls and the way we handle trolls over here are different than they're telling us F off wanker. We just blocked their ass. Well, I guess so. I mean, you know, some body cars do kung fu and some of them just fire out the window like Snoop Dogs. Snoop Dogg fire. Y'all ever realize that Snoop Dogg took 2 years of being a teenage crip and parlayed it into a 30-year career talking about it? He talked about it for 30 years. He's like, what? What are you talking about? Who is still talking about what they were doing when they were 17? I keep getting censored. That's great. Yeah. 1, 2, 3 into the folks. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door. Ready to make an entrance, so back on love. Before I pull the strap out, look good. Who also was not, no, okay. Give me the microphone first. Jumping along beach together, pulling on the trail. We nothing but a Houston baby. 2 low down keys and the crazy. I don't know. Y'all wasn't crazy when Suge was taking the whole label from me. Snoop is the biggest one-hit wonder of the last 30 years. Nah, he got more than one hit. He got a bunch of daggone hits. That's a fact, but that first album was about the only one that I was really that into, if I'm being honest. But I also didn't listen to West Coast gangster rap. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I know y'all hate me for that. I know it. I know it's my fault. I know it was my own cave. Last time he was high, Easy was alive. This last album he did was kind of fire, I can't front. But then he made some decisions I didn't agree with. And then I was like, I can't rock with this dude right now. Can't rock with this dude right now. I got a culture to deal with. Real life. So anyway, you see that little gap? You see it? Look at it. Look at that gap. Look at it. Alright. Get some glue in that thing. We're not going to be conservative with it. Because that's not who we are. It's not who we identify. And then I'm just going to wedge it in there. This is definitely not the science of rockets. And you just put in as much as will go in there. And you can just snap it off if you were doing it. But since I'm doing it, that's what I'm doing. Snapping it right off. Whatever you do have to keep it tucked in place, it's better to have a little extra hanging out than not enough tucked in. Mike Dog know what I'm talking about. And so I'll just kind of give it some pressure with the old knife. The old knife-a-roo. And now that gap is gone. That glue's going to dry. That gap is going to be gizon. Ain't no more Public Enemy, ain't no more KRS-One, ain't no more Ice-T. That came out good. I mean, if we're going to talk about it, and after that, those corporations make the money. East Coast popped back. NWA did that thing. Ugh. NWA, don't get me started on the boys with the attitude that's always high. You come messing with them, they pull your card. They don't know nothing in life but to build jicht. Don't quote me, boy. I ain't said schacheltost. Just jumped on this bandwagon with Mike, offending everybody. Good Lord. Yeah, I think it did come out good. So I think ultimately, I don't have any more things that I would call per se things to fix on it. So I might be willing to do something with this handle. I'm going to have to sleep on that with the handle. Because I kind of do want to do something to it. I kind of see that. A little darker. But I do like this contrast, man. I like that. I like being able to see that. And if I go too dark, I'm worried about potentially bleeding into that, ending up with this kind of situation. And then I'll be mad at that. Damn. Described all of that off camera. Okay. Wu-Tang, Ghostface, ODB, RZA. Okay, you popped off the whole Wu-Tang. Give us something warm like a cherry stain. My concern about adding warmth to it is that I do already have this yellow. And if I add an orange or a red to it, I'm worried I'm going to look like too popish, you know what I mean? Like if I put red in here, I'd probably get rid of that yellow. I'd probably take a darker red into it and bring it into more of an orange family. What up, Lawrence? How you doing? How you doing? We talking about Wu-Tang and this Big Daddy Kane. Red mahogany stain is nice. Yeah, but like everybody does red mahogany. You know what I mean? It really has been done. I think I'm gonna go get some spray stains and test them and see which ones. Cause that gray that I blended with a dark walnut on that door y'all saw me build, that barn door, that thing worked out really good. So, don't know. I just like this too much to get rid of it though. You know what I mean? And I don't think I want to do it anywhere else. I mean, I could put some yellow up top potentially and bring it down. I'd be a little concerned about it bleeding into this, but I could stop it right here at that very first thing. But then you got a yellow top. You know what I mean? Who does that? What about a golden oak stain? I ain't mad at that. Like you're gonna call this thick Big Daddy Kane and not expect references like that. Listen, I am, I'm serious. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna open up a little website and they're gonna be called Big Daddy Kane's. And I'm gonna have clever names for each individual cane. Linseed oil is king. I prefer it just to enhance the natural beauty of the wood over staining. Each has their advantage and downsides. Boiled linseed oil has as a downside spontaneous combustion. That's just one in my heart of hearts have a hard time holding on to as a option when my entire family lives above this shop. The Airbnb Rakim came. I'll take the first one. Airbnb Rakim. That's funny. Follow the leader. That is hilarious. Oh snap, I got some more likes. I appreciate that, man. Anytime y'all give me them little hearts or likes, whatever you do, you touch the screen, that's an interaction. I think that little heart thingy is an interaction. I don't know. If you're on your computer, it's like right below you, but if you're on your phone, it's like right up there, and three dots, and you hit it to come down, boom, like. But what else? I was thinking, yeah, Mike, I just like the idea that I like the first cane that I did looked more like a pool cue a little bit. And I like that. Hand applied shellac with that paste wax buff. That might be nice. I do like a hand buff. I don't know. Mike says it did. Shellac. I don't know if I've used shellac on furniture long ago, like refinishing it for somebody else not building it, you know. Most things, even the minimum wax brand, was spontaneously plus. Most? I don't know about most. I think it's specifically boiled linseed oil. I could be mistaken. If you go light through like a pool cue, those are Canadian maple. Ah. Oh, it's in the instructions. I will make sure I take a good read of that, or I'll learn how to make something on my own that works. 'Cause I get nervous about fires in my shop. It's on the canes. I know, but then the material and the cloths and all that stuff that you apply it with is in my shop. Or throw it in a metal bucket outside and keep it away. I live in the woods. There are always leaves around. And that's what concerns me. Like, where can you... It's not a fire retardant space out here. We're in the woods. So if I can't just dispose of it safely, it worries me. Linseed oil's gotta have the perfect storm of shit. Coffee and denatured alcohol would be a good stain. I put it in a water-filled Ziploc. Hey, what's up, Super Haynes? Robert G. Now this may interest you. Bourbon Moth did I don't know if y'all saw that. He had the same concern. Look at the little thing on my hat. And he had the same concern. So he did an experiment, and he had like 20 different variations and 20 different things going on, but each of them had the boiled linseed oil and a rag. And then somewhere in water, somewhere in there just with wet rags, and that's it. Somewhere in there with no rags, somewhere in there with a can liner, somewhere in there without the can liner. And like 7 of them caught on fire on their own. 7. And I was like, no way. No way. Yeah, Robert G. It's not that perfect of a storm. It didn't look that hard to do. And after that, I'm like, yo. So I got to figure it out. If I give off a lot of fumes in closed space with a lot of vapor and heat, you can't leave spirit rags bunched up either. They combust too. When I use stainless stuff like that, I lay them flat, let them dry. But if you got to give it this, a blanketed space with a pocket of fumes. Yeah. I just know that I can buy oil stains and I can put them on here and not have to worry about anything blowing up by that. You know what I mean? And that's a big part of, Super Hans. I'm telling you, watch that Bourbon Moth. You'll be surprised. He did some with lids, some without. He did a lot of different things. And the only variable was boiled linseed oil in various circumstances will catch on fire all on its own. AJ, where's my high five button? High five, bam, fist bump, pound, and daps for you. I ain't scared of much, but I ain't never won a firefight. You know what I mean? I never won a firefight. Steel wool and vinegar. That sounds interesting. But I also haven't done a whole lot of staining in my life, really. Outside of pre-mixed things that you could get out of box stores, and fine finishes for woodworking seems like it requires a lot more knowledge and some better things than what I've been accustomed to as a contractor. So I'm gonna have to definitely do some experimenting and see if I can find something that feels appropriate. Can't post anymore right now, Clown, waiting to be verified. Oh, that's what's up, William. Can't wait to hear it. Wait to see your channel. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a nice little hydrogen, oxygen, swirly drink with like a splish. It's a splish of oxygen floating over the top of it. Copper and vinegar. That's what I'm drinking, copper and vinegar. Nah, just water. Just water. Let it set for 3 or 4 days. I damn sure ain't. Mike, I'm certain you not drinking water, bro. You don't sound like you over there hydrating. You sound like you might be over there doing the opposite. Speaking of which, let me light these incense. Get everything. Set the tone. Woodchucker, how's it going? What up, what up, what up? Let me be like, I'm a grown ass man. Well, Mike, you drinking water now? That's what's up. I like to be a good influence on people. I'm taking credit for Mike drinking water from now on. Mike's hydration is responsible by me. I did it. Man, you turn your suspenders to brown sport and brown today. That's right, man. These are my racing stripes, really, is what's happening. What up, Chucker? Chucker's station is doing great. Pascal, back in the house. I appreciate you coming back in the building, man, hanging out with us. I can't believe you showed your face. Clicked them out that quick. Listen, man, I got bodyguards. I don't know why people just be walking up in here like we ain't got shooters. Like we ain't got shooters. Uncle Mike? Psh. What's up, Impasico? I've just been working on this, slowly but surely. But really, I'm at a slow pace on it right now because I think I might be done, but I'm trying to convince myself that I am. But now we're just discussing finishes. I think I don't mind that though. Click of the finger, short little flick. Bye bye, Mike flick. Oh yeah. Get up out here, Pascal. Anyways, what time is it, man? Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. Getting low on water. 28. Bam, somebody else hit the like. I appreciate you. That was probably Woodchucker doing that. My guy. Woodchucker's channel is doing great, y'all. Y'all should go check him out too. He's doing good stuff. If you like talking trash or watching people do it, Mike has a shoot the poop, and it is hilarious. Son shouting out Pop. Okay. Shout out Pop, bro. The copper and vinegar will make it an aged green color. That would be interesting. I wonder if that would do anything to the brass ferrules that are in there now, though. Wouldn't that do something similar to those? Nobody might would throw people right out. That was your first guitar jam since your boy died? Who's your boy? What happened? Shit. Let's post up to your boy. Pour something out. I'm sorry for your loss, Mike. Your best friend of 40 years? Oh, man, I know that feeling. You ain't been able to play since. Oh, my God. That's intense. I'm sorry to hear that, man. How long's that been? How long you been having to heal from that, man? That's a tough one. I'm sure you thought of them when you played, and hopefully it brought back some good memories for you, man. Got on and reminisce. It's been almost 2 years. Mm, mm, mm. Woodchucker says, sorry, Mike, unfortunately, we're all going to go through life and have stuff like that. What we do to celebrate that life. No pity, upbeat their life, and uplift other people, buddy. That's the way to go. What live it was, Mike. I'd like to watch it, bro. Man, it was good. If he was back for a minute. Only for a minute. Yeah, man. I'm not going to interject any of my stories on top of somebody else's loss, but I do get what you're saying, man. It's a tough thing. I'm glad you're able to play and feel good. It was like he was back for a minute. Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's what's up. I'd love to see that, man. I'd love to see it. Mike be making stuff and Mike is jamming stuff. We got a little glue right now. I don't know if I can do anything about that. It's so thin. It's just so thin. It's sort of a stain. I don't know, y'all. I've been more chatty than usual tonight, but I think I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah, Mike, if you play tomorrow, I would definitely come through and watch you jam. I'll sit on this end and spit lyrics at you. I spit hot fire like that on. During shoot the poop, break down and bring troops, and 44 men come back but don't shoot. If I bring the thing back, and more gonna be doomed. Everybody RCB come in their own. The intro to Stairway to Heaven was great. You played, broski. Mike, you can turn the poop into an ice cream cone. I believe you can stay straight and strong. Don't worry about anything else. And Woodchucker is a good spirited guy. Look at us with 30 likes. 2 more people gave a damn about this live. I appreciate it. Mike said, I used to play like hell. For real. You know it. Me and Mike stay strong. Wes, you're right there, buddy, says Woodchucker. Lawrence Paul says he's sorry for your loss. Alright. I think I'm going to call it. But even if I do put on my stays, I might have to pop open that garage door, turn these fans on. My wife come down here, crack me in the biscuits. Mike, you didn't bring nothing down, man. I'm Sleepy McGee over here. It's 108 on the East Coast, and I'm a 52-year-old man. Don't you see that gray in my beard, son? But listen, while y'all here, I appreciate you. While you're here for the next few seconds, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to these guys in the chat. Woodchucker, Mike is making stuff. Lawrence, I don't know if you have a channel or not. But guys, if you do want to drop your Thank you, Woodchucker. I appreciate the thumbs up. But if you do want to support the channel, you know how to do it. If you want to support these other guys, you know how to do it. Please do. And if you come back in the chat, you can always watch these lives again and go back and get this info from these guys. So, peace. Thanks for hanging out. I had a good time. Thanks for everybody that did come through. You could have been a lot of places, but you hung out with your boy, and I appreciate you. Peace. Let's go. Good night, Will. Good night, Pine. Good night, Mike. Good night, Woodchucker. Good night, Lawrence. Y'all have a great night.